Okay, you guys, I look super crazy right now. I just got home from class, but something exciting is happening and I just had to video right now. I'm being reunited with my long lost love. Okay, so this is my favorite vegan deodorant and I finally have it back in my possession. I think I've been without this deodorant for about a year because I was trying other ones out and not living up to the amazingness of this. So let me just crack this open. Let me grab some scissors. So the first time I ordered this, and yes, I did a video on this a couple years back when I originally started my channel and was like, vegan deodorants, it's so hard to find one, which it definitely is. I did a video on them and I ended up having a promo code, and yes, I just did use my own promo code. I think it's only like 10% now or something like that, but I still put it in there. So if you happen to end up wanting to try this deodorant, you can still put in my name. I'm getting two because the first time I ordered it, I was waiting for it in the mail and then my mom messages me and is like, you have a package. And I was like, why would I have a package at home when I now don't live there anymore? Somehow, and it's probably me, I guess, the addresses got switched, so the billing and the shipping or something like that, and it ended up going to her, and you know, she was taking a little bit to actually send it to me. It's been like 2 weeks, so last week I ended up going on the website and just ordering another one myself, and that's the one that actually came first. This is very hard to get into. The deodorants that I have been using, and we'll get into it in a second, I am sick and tired of that wet feeling. The OGs know I hate that feeling. I do not want to feel like the deodorant is just like slipping down the sides of my shirt. I've also had it where I had like white marks down here. Not fun, not cool. Here it is. This is the longest intro ever, but here it is, the Clay Dry deodorant. It's Sweet Amber. This is aluminum-free, extra strength protection. It is vegan. It's from the bold section. I went with the exact same one that I've had for years because I'm that person that will reuse the same thing that they love. It just smells so good. Yes, I'm gonna apply it literally right now because I just need you guys to know how much I freaking love this deodorant. I have missed you so much, oh my God. It goes on dry and it stays like that. It has been with me, I believe, when I was in shows. It's been with me on the hot summers that it was back when I was still using it. Get the thing that you love the most and bring it back in your life, and now I did, and so I just feel really happy. Let's get into the video. I just had to put that out there. Okay, so now that I've had time to gather my thoughts, let me bring you this video that is talking about my vegan deodorant experience and why this specific one is the best and only vegan deodorant you're going to need going forward. You need nothing else. I feel like as a new vegan or as anyone that's trying to switch over to plant-based or non-toxic, kind of the first thing that you start exploring is deodorant. And because everyone is so different, it is trial and error and it is a hard process. So I wanted to come out and share my experience just to throw somebody else's opinion in there, because a lot of people come on here and they're like, yeah, this deodorant's so great, I like never sweat. That's not the case for me. I'm a dancer, I'm active, I do fitness, all that stuff. I'm a sweater in general. I sweat, it's a thing. So the one thing that's very important to me is that I don't feel like it's wet under there. I really hate that, and a lot of the natural deodorants kind of do that. So in my exploration, I've tried a ton of deodorants. You can check all the videos out if you're exploring and you want to know what's good for you. You may not care about the things that I care about are important to me. You may not be that much of a sweater. You may not have that much body odor. You may have a lot of body odor. You may not be as active, etc., etc., etc. There's all different types of people. So I think it is helpful to see a lot of different opinions on different types of deodorant just to get an idea of what might work for you. Midway through my journey, I came across Clay Dry from Zion Health. It's sold through Adama Minerals. Adama Minerals is the store, I believe, and Zion Health is clearly what's on here, so this is the brand. Stumbled across this, absolutely loved it. It's a clay deodorant, so I imagine that like absorbing type of technology. Things that I loved about this one was that it goes on dry. I don't feel it seeping off. I don't feel it dripping down my body, which is something that was occurring with some other deodorants. And yeah, I feel like I am protected and I don't smell any funk throughout the day or as I'm in my classes or working out, etc. So that's why I love this brand. That's why I fell in love with it a year or two ago. And then I started exploring other brands out of pure curiosity. And somewhere within the last year, I just fell off of this. I think I stopped using it and went to another one, and then just never returned, and I am so upset that I did that to myself. Let me just explain what I've been using frequently. I can rattle off some names that I've used. You know, I went through Native once they eventually were vegan, because originally they weren't. Now they are. That's a great progress for them. I went with Lumi. Lumi was cool. I still didn't like the wet vibe of it, but I did feel long lasting, whatever it feels. I liked the non-fragrant one. I thought that was pretty cool. I like that that is also good for other parts of the body. At one point I was using the Lululemon deodorant, which is the spray. Spray is like really bad for the environment, but it was very, very convenient to use. And I did feel like when I sprayed it, it sprayed on and stayed. I could feel that it was bad for the environment because every time I sprayed it, I was instantly choking. So that wasn't the best experience, but you know, we tried it, we continued. The one from before that I was using for a bit was Schmidt's. It was just in a stick form. I liked the best one that I had from Schmidt's was the little pot. It was annoying to kind of gather and put under your arm, but that was still the best one. The Schmidt's one in this form was cool, but this one is just thebomb.com. So I went to Target or some store like that, and I was looking at all of the deodorants that are offered. So this was the one that I found. This is from Raw Sugar. It says Raw Sugar Deodorant. I love that the packaging was biodegradable. That seems to be the new thing people are getting into. So this is all like cardboard or very hard cardboard. It's plastic free, which is great. Cruelty free and vegan. And when you look at it, the ingredients are great. They're very simple and easy to read. This scent is vanilla bean and charcoal. I like charcoal a lot. I think it smells delicious. I would highly recommend it for that. I don't love this like push pop vibe where that's how you actually, you know, push it up as opposed to like a roll up or whatever. I get that that's probably because of the packaging, but it's actually really annoying to try to push it up here. You're like hoping it'll stay up. Feels like it goes on dry. You're like living and loving, and then once you start sweating, it immediately becomes wet and it actually like drips. It drips to the point where I would look at, you know, my shirt and I would have white stuff there, and that's pretty embarrassing when you're wearing black. To see like white dripping down your arm, it's just a little bit much. Unfortunately, I can't recommend this other than for the scent, or if you're someone that doesn't sweat. Then I was also searching and I came across, I believe I got this on Amazon. This is called Breathe Naturals. This one is aluminum free as well, paraben free, synthetic fragrance free, which is great, natural and effective formula. Doesn't have too many ingredients, which is great. I like to see that. The way that the reviews and all that were boasting about this is that it seemed that it would last pretty well. It was gonna keep you cool. The scent is cocoa mint. It definitely does the cooling thing, but the flip side, it's very weird. So when I would be walking around, I would be sweating, and then you feel the cooling, and so there's this like dual feeling as you're walking where it's cold but it's wet, and like that's just the worst combination for me. I felt so uncomfortable. I'd be like trying to like, you know, air out my pits because of it being wet, but then it's also the cooling feel, and it just felt awkward. Like this one didn't like clump or anything under my arm. My arm was still, and my underarm was still pretty, you know, clear looking, but I have a lot of it left, which is kind of unfortunate. So I'll just have these on the back burner. I'm not gonna throw them away just because, I don't know, waste. I just know that there is something better out there, which is the thing that I return to, but I spent the entire summer until it dawned on me to just rebuy what I used to have. Like I mentioned before, I had ordered two because one went to the wrong address, but once this actually came and I opened it up, this isn't even the scent that I wanted, so a lot of things occurred when I was ordering this. I guess I just wasn't paying attention at all, but this is actually Bergamot Rose. I haven't tried this one yet, but I'll just smell it right now. Okay, it's good, it's sweet. I'm not really into rose scents at all, except for rose water. That's great for your skin, good for acne, but I love Sweet Amber. I'm obsessed with this. This smells like candy. It's beautiful, it's great. Like I've mentioned before and a million times over, it goes on dry. They said you can kind of hold your armpit to it. Once your armpit kind of warms up, then move it around. I just kind of like slap it on. I feel like it's fine for me. If you're out there and you are struggling with finding the right deodorant, like that's such a personal thing. I highly recommend, in my 2021 review, I highly recommend the Clay Dry one. This one is $9. I don't know where people are price point wise, but it was $9, and like I said, I still put my name in for a discount and I got 90 cents off. I would recommend maybe buying a couple because there is a flat shipping rate of $5.95 unless you I think hit the minimum. I just spent the money. You know, if there's one thing I'm gonna splurge on, if this is the cross that I'm gonna carry, it's not fancy shoes, it's not fancy coats, it's a deodorant. I am incredibly passionate about these deodorants. It really makes a difference, especially as a performer, especially as someone that works out regularly, just in general. I can't recommend this enough. You know what would be cool? Can someone back me up here on this? Can you turn these into candles? Is that a thing? Is that possible? Because, you know, these things say wax on it. I wonder. I would burn this as a candle. I mean, hello? Like if I could stick a wick in it or whatever you type to do, or maybe melt it down or something like that, I'd be curious. Will someone please let me know if that is possible to turn a deodorant into a candle? And don't laugh at me too much. We're just guessing. We're theorizing here. If there's one takeaway, once again, just like the title says, this is literally the only deodorant that you need that is vegan, that is non-toxic, and it actually works. And if there is someone out there that doesn't feel the same way as me, comment down below. It's good to have different opinions when it comes to deodorant, so comment down below what deodorant you swear by. Are you on the native train now that it's vegan? Is there another brand out there? Let me know if you want me to try out another deodorant out there. If you really swear by it and you feel like it's good, considering all the things that I said, and most specifically like the whole wet feeling, let me know and I will check it out, because I don't mind finding another one, even though this is my baby and it's not going anywhere. All right, thank you guys so much as always for watching, and I will just drop that on the floor. Cool. I will see you guys in the next one.